In the peaceful town of Rawal Valley, there lived a woman named Mina. She was 28 years old, a literature teacher who loved poetry, flowers, and the calm rhythm of small-town life. Mina was known for her soft voice and her way of seeing beauty in simple things. Every year, new students entered her class, but one stood out. His name was Rayan, 17 years old, intelligent and full of questions about the world. He wasn't like other students. While others were busy with jokes and games, Rayan would sit quietly by the window, writing lines of poetry in his notebook. One afternoon, Mina asked him, "Rayan, why do you write so much?" He smiled shyly and said, "Because words don't judge me, miss. They just listen." From that day, Mina noticed something different in him, a sensitivity, a depth that even adults rarely had. She became his mentor, guiding him through books and ideas, encouraging his talent. Months turned into years. Rayan grew older, taller, more confident. His admiration for Mina deepened, not as a school crush, but as something purer and unspoken. He would often say, "You're the reason I want to become someone worth respecting." When he graduated, Mina gave him a small book of her favorite poems. On the first page, she wrote, "For Ryan, never stop searching for meaning." Then life took them apart. Mina continued teaching. Ryan went to another city for university. They didn't speak for years, but both carried each other's memory quietly in their hearts. Years later, it was a rainy evening when Mina, now 34, sat alone in a cafe reading her favorite book. She had grown quieter with time. Teaching had become her whole life, until she heard someone say softly, "You still love coffee without sugar, Miss Mina?" She looked up, and there he was. Rayan, now 24, handsome, calm, with the same spark in his eyes. He had returned to town as a published poet. Mina smiled in disbelief. "Ryan, you, you really became a writer?" He nodded. "You planted the seed. I just kept watering it." They talked for hours and about life, literature, the time they lost. The rain fell outside, but inside, time seemed to stop. Mina felt warmth she hadn't felt in years. Rayan told her, "All these years, I've written about one person, the one who taught me to see the beauty in words and in silence." She blushed. "That's very kind, Rayan." He looked into her eyes and said quietly, "It's not kindness. It's truth." Mina's heart trembled, not from fear, but from peace. The boy she once guided had become a man, thoughtful, gentle, and patient. And in his eyes, she saw not youth or age, but understanding. A new beginning. Months later, they began meeting often, sharing poems, walks, and dreams. Their friendship deepened naturally, beautifully, without haste. When Rayan finally confessed his love, Mina hesitated for a long time. She was afraid of what people might think. But Rayan said, "You always taught me that love is not measured by years, but by honesty." And she realized he was right. They married quietly, surrounded by family and flowers. Their story wasn't about age. It was about timing, patience, and growing together until their hearts finally met at the same point. As Mina wrote in her diary one night, "Sometimes love waits for time to make both hearts ready, and when it finally arrives, it feels like destiny was never late, only careful." Moral: true love is not about age or appearance. It's